I'm going to give you my recipe for rye bagels in a large quantity. If you have a store or you're looking to open a store, here's a recipe of mine that worked for my store. 25 pounds of white flour. A lot of people are using high gluten Trump flour. I've used Pillsbury and other brands in the past, but that seems to be a popular one right now. I also add 1.5 pounds of rye flour, 7 quarts of water. Then this is a pint container, a 16-ounce deli container. Most delis and bagel stores have these for cream cheese, chicken salad, etc. You're going to want one of these and a half of one of these. This is all my measurements I go by, really. Besides, I measure the water in an accurate, like a liquid pitcher to get all that. But all my dry ingredients I do with the pint container or the half a pint if you want the half a pint. But anyway, 1.5 of these of the caraway seed, 2 of these of brown sugar. And when I do my brown sugar, I like a sweeter bagel. Some don't, I do. So I do a bit of a heaping. I don't go crazy, but I don't level it off. I do a little heaping. A quarter one of these of salt, and also a quarter of ready sponge. And honestly, I used a half a pint to measure smaller quantities. It just makes it easy for me. But this is the only one I have on hand right now. And then 5 ounces of vegetable oil and 3 ounces of yeast. When I say 3 ounces, what I use is the block of yeast that you keep in the refrigerator. It's 16 ounces. So then you just go to half of that is 8, half of that is 4 ounces. So just a little less than that. Put it in, crumble it up. Now, depending on the location of your business, I've never been out to the West Coast, but I know like certain areas are drier, some areas are hotter, they have higher humidity. Colder areas clearly are going to have a lower humidity. So you're going to want to use a warm water when it's cold and ice cubes when it's hot or have high humidity. It just helps you work with the bagel a bit more. Gives you a little more time when you use the ice cubes. And if it's very dry, you're going to want to use a warm water. It just makes the dough easier to work with, and it helps get that nice smooth texture, because that's what you're going for, is nice smooth texture. The way I check my bagels is when I think it's ready, besides the feel of it, I'll give it a nice little cut and I look at it. And you could definitely tell. That's just like some little things that I've been shown. If you're going to add water or add flour, you're going to want to do that within, I think, like the first 5 to 7 minutes. You don't want to start adding to it once it starts forming, because it just gets weird. Sometimes you have no choice, but that's little tricks that I've learned over doing it for so many years. I hope this recipe helps somebody. I hope you guys put it to good use, or just if you take anything from it, because that's my goal.